Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 98 of Lost by James Patterson. So let's get right into this video. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest you click off the video now. You have been warned. Hannah Greet's legs trembled as she headed down the gentle slope of the green area between the street and the beach to the picnic table where Josie was sitting quietly next to Billy the Russian. Mosquitoes buzzed around her as she approached. She caught a glimpse of couples on the beach gazing out at the Atlantic. This would be a lovely place if it weren't for these crazy Russians. She had no qualms about giving up the backpack and the diamonds in exchange for her daughter. Her human trafficking endeavor might not have gone the way she'd planned, but right now all she wanted was Josie safe. Billy stood up like a gentleman when she reached the picnic table. He held out his hand to show Hannah he wanted her to sit on the bench across from them. He was also telling her not to do anything stupid. Hannah fought the urge to embrace Josie and forced herself to sit down across from them. From the smiling Russian. She didn't look at Josie because she didn't want to reveal the wave of emotion swirling through her. Her baby was safe, at least for now. Billy sat and stroked his blue goatee while his brown eyes assessed her. They sat in silence for a few moments. A Mustang revved its engine along Ocean Drive. The occasional sound of the band around the pool at the Clevelander Hotel floated in the humid air. Billy said, "Hannah, so happy you could join us." Hannah didn't say a word. She was terrified. She kept her hands on her lap so the Russian wouldn't see them shake. It was all she could do not to break down and scream. She had to stay calm for her daughter. She glanced at Josie, and the look in her eye told Hannah she was traumatized. It was the first time ever that Hannah had wished she had a gun. If she had one, she would have shot Billy in the face. Her eyes flicked up quickly to where Albert sat in the car. She had been right not to let him come with her to this meeting, but she had to admit there was a certain degree of security in knowing he was close by. The short strip of greenway here with the bushes and a few palm trees changed the atmosphere from up on the strip. In other circumstances it would be calming. The waves gently rolled onto the beach, making a steady noise that competed with the band at the Clevelander. Billy smiled at Josie and ran the back of his fingers along her cheek. It made Hannah's skin crawl. Billy said, "Do you have what I want?" Hannah just nodded. "With you?" She hesitated. If he knew the diamonds were in the backpack, she'd carefully set it on the ground behind her. He might decide to eliminate both witnesses right there. Now she wondered if she'd made a mistake by coming here without Albert. Billy's response to her silence was to yank Josie closer to him. He laid an open buck knife on the table and smiled. Hannah said, "There's no need for violence. The diamonds are in the backpack." Billy laughed and clapped his hands. "You've given us quite the runaround." Hannah didn't answer. She saw two men in suits step off the sidewalk and head toward them. The two more men appeared from behind her, and then a fifth man in the black suit started walking toward them. Billy's loud clap had signaled them. The man in the black suit was a little older than Billy, about 45. He didn't show the deference to him the others did, and he came right up to the table. He addressed Billy in Russian, and they argued briefly about something. Then the man marched away toward the beach like a sulking child. Hannah said, "You annoyed everyone, not just me." Billy turned to Hannah and said, "You'll thank God if all I do is annoy you." He was hard to fluster. Billy said, "Give me the backpack. Give me my daughter." Now Billy lost his good humor and leaned forward. "What have I done to make you think this is a negotiation? The knife could be in her eye before you say don't do it." Hannah reached behind her and lifted the pack. Even under the weight of it, her hand shook wildly. She tossed it onto the picnic table. Billy stared, a grin on his face. Hannah ran her finger along the ridge of diamonds to show him they were in the strap. Billy mumbled, "Clever." He looked up at his men, then the backpack again. Hannah said, "Josie, let's go." She stood up to emphasize that she was done talking. Billy held up one hand and said, "I'm sorry, you can't leave just yet." Hannah slowly sat back down. "Why? I have nothing left to give you. We need your brother." That caught her by surprise. She just stared at the handsome Russian. Finally she said, "Albert, he's not part of this. I had the diamonds and I just gave them to you. Our deal was that you would give me my daughter for the diamonds." Billy cut his eyes to the man standing behind Hannah. He shook his head and said, "No, I just said I have to have the diamonds where you wouldn't see your daughter again. You can see her. She's safe. If you want her back, I need your brother in her place." "You can't expect me to sacrifice my brother." Billy shrugged. "You can sacrifice your daughter if you prefer. Your choice." He gave a quick laugh and said, "Too bad your name's not Sophie." Hannah said, "He won't come after you if you let us go. I swear to God. I'm not worried about your brother coming after me. I'm untouchable here in the United States, but he's caused all kinds of problems in Amsterdam. We're one big organization. Roman and Emil Rostov are brothers. You didn't really think we'd let Albert return to Amsterdam, did you?" Hannah shot him a nasty look. This was your plan all along? Part of it, yes. I knew we'd have to deal with your brother. Her mind raced, searching for options for the first time since this whole ordeal started. She realized she had none. That is the end of this chapter. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.